Hey, good morning. I am so excited to have my new friend Mary here with me. We're going to be creating some ornaments. We have a wonderful collab called Creative Course Collab, and we have wonderful ornaments. There's 12 of us together that have come together to create this wonderful workshop for handmade ornaments. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mary.
Well, I am, my business is Hawg Designs, and I reside in Northeast Iowa amongst corn country, so it's really crazy busy right now with harvesting. But
Okay.
what Hog Wild is that I am a home decor, I specialize in home decor, primarily wood signs, but I'm making all the things to accessorize vignettes and tiered trays and mantelpieces and all kinds of fun things. And now, especially with Christmas rolling around, I have lots of new Christmas ornaments that I'm working on as well.
All right. That sounds so awesome. I figured it had to be that you lived on a farm or something to be called Hog Wild. I think that's so cool.
Well,
I
I
love
have a funny little twist on my business name.
it. Okay, tell me.
Well, number one, we live on an acreage that have hog buildings. But the other twist is the most unusual one that people just find really unique is that myself and my husband and three sons, we all own our own Harley motorcycle. And so Harley, they term their motorcycle is a hog. So
Yeah.
it's a so we played a little bit of incorporating where we live and our
Yeah.
love of enjoyment of riding our motorcycles and came up with our business name.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So, we are streaming live on Facebook and it's early. So, we'll see how this goes. But we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube on my channels. And then we're sharing it out to different places. So, if you're new to one of us, please follow our business pages. After the live, I'll try to tag it. It's hard to tag because I'm using Switcher Studio. It doesn't let me do that. But Hog, can you just type it in the comments, like or let me see if I can do it real quick so I can get your business name in there. I tried to bring you in under your business name, but it would not let me. So I want to make sure that people know. There we go. So I've just put you on here. Follow Mary. So that's in the comments. So if you're even watching on replay, check out the comments and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. One of my friends on YouTube, Stephanie, she's watching from Central California right now. It's early. So I don't know how many
Oh,
people will be up to watch a live, but that's okay because we have, like I said, replays and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my angle to go down and we're going to just create ornaments. And if you have any questions, let us know. Um, there we go. So if you want to angle yours down,
yeah.
all right. I grabbed a whole bunch of molds. I'm going to be creating resin ornaments. What are you doing, Mary?
I am going to paint some angels, and I have a couple different ones. I have this one that I thought I would start out with, and we'll try to do some little embellishing on her as well. So this is my first one, so we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. Yes. So as we stated, Stephanie, you just hopped on. So we introduced ourselves. Hey, Deb. Nope, we just are getting started. We literally are just getting started. So, Mary and I, along with 10 other wonderful creatives, have put together an ornament workshop. And so, I'm meeting Mary for the first time. I mean, we've been on calls and stuff, but I've kind of been out of the loop with some of the calls because I was in Colorado, and then even before that, just life. So I've watched a lot of the replays. So I haven't been on a lot of the live. So this is my first time meeting Mary, and which is fun. I love being a part of different collaborations. I'm trying to open up my breakfast because I got to the store very early today so that I could do this. So we're just going to be talking, chit-chatting, getting to know one another, and creating ornaments. She's painting that angel. I'm going to be creating some resin molds. We're not making the exact ornaments that we are doing in the workshop, so we're just having fun.
Yep, exactly. Getting our creative juices flowing this morning, bright and early.
Yes. So there's all kinds of IOD molds. I'm an IOD stockist. We have tons of beautiful molds. There's all different kinds that you could use for these are all retired, but if you have them, you can use them. Now, if you're interested in these, I could make you silicone molds, and I've done that before for people. Like, this is a set that I did for somebody, and I made an extra one because whenever I'm making resin, I just keep pouring. I keep pouring. I'm trying to do a background scenery for my Oh Christmas Tree mold project, like you did. Like it's a challenge. It's my my worst critic. Stephanie says, "Oh no, you can't be too hard on yourself. We have to have grace with ourselves, and we always are going to see all of the flaws, right? But everyone else is not going to see it. They're going to see the beauty because they're seeing it from a different perspective. They're looking at it as a whole thing. You worked on it and you are looking at it close up. And I promise not everyone's going to be doing that. So do not beat yourself up. I don't know what's in here. I'm using my little silicone. I remembered it this time because I didn't remember it the last time I made molds. And I was shooting myself in the foot because I used a solo cup, which is what I used to use. Actually, this was one of them that I put some extra. I put the extra molds in there so that this way and I have a whole bunch at home too that I sometimes will gift to people when they place an order, or I use them for projects, so that I always have something going on, and I have a lot at home. But I'm going to be using this because it's easier to pour, so much easier. So how long have you been painting, Mary?
Well, I have been a crafter my entire life, but painting, I started out with using stencils and things like that. And as I felt more comfortable with a paintbrush and wanting to venture out in some new things, I've probably been painting, 3 years or so now.
Okay.
But my family, the matriarchs in my family are very, very talented, crafty. Um, so it's not unusual that any of us will just pick up anything and we are going to be able to craft with it. It's just really unusual. I mean, because I have a wide range of things that I do. I can crochet and knit and sew,
Oh,
and
oh, that's
I
awesome.
yeah, not only with craft supplies. I'm also, well, we have a garden, and so I'm doing canning and
Oh, I
freezing, and
love, yeah,
you know so
I love all of that. I don't know how to crochet. That is one thing that I really do want to learn how to do. What am I doing? I always do my biggest one first. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a big one.
so regarding crocheting, I asked my granddaughter what she at one time she wanted to learn how to sew, and I never did not have the opportunity at the time to help her. Well, now I asked her again, well, did you want to learn how to sew? And she says, no, I'd like to learn how to crochet. So
Oh,
I definitely know one thing that she's getting for Christmas is some
oh, little set.
yarn, and
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna
get her
learn how
started.
yep, yep, exactly.
I love that. All right, so that took up all of it. I was hesitant. I always start off small because I was hesitant to make too much resin. I made just enough. what I like about these IOD molds, and I probably should have, but it's hard with the lights for me to see. It tells you what it will take. So I'm going to go ahead and create more. It's hard to see the lines at this angle. I'm going to go ahead and double.
What kind of resin are you using?
I'm actually using Alumilite. It's a 10-minute fast cure resin. There's,
Okay.
A and B solution. And you just mix it up equal parts, 50-50, and then you stir it and it gets cloudy, and then you stir it until it gets clear, and then you pour it in. And like I said, you're gonna watch it. I love to watch it. See how right now it's cloudy? You just keep stirring, and then it gets clear. And there's there's a little bit of heat that happens when it's stirring. This is a little bit more, so it's gonna take a little bit of a minute. But as soon as it's clear, you have to start pouring because it actually will set pretty fast, and especially it just depends on the temperature too.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe a minute more.
And does it turn white then, or?
This one does turn white because it's a fast cure. I'm gonna do a little cameo. It does turn white, so this is something that you're gonna paint. You don't have to paint it. You could leave it. I'll show you I'll show you here in one of mine. I'm gonna just encourage this to go, and if it goes over and it spills over, like because I just pushed it over, you can actually cut it. So there's no worries. But what I need to hurry. What I like about the resin, I'm gonna do this time clock. I think that's cute. Is that it's durable. You don't have to worry. Okay, I'm gonna do one of these snowflakes. Maybe I need to hurry. All right. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I wanted an acorn. I have an acorn here to the side, and some holly leaves. See, this one's already turning. I'll do this little bell. See, it starts turning white. At the moment that it's finished turning white is when it's ready to go. I love the cameos. I think they're so pretty. So I'm going to do another cameo. And I'll do this little. And it starts getting thicker. Like I can feel it getting thicker because it's setting. Because I did a lot. So that's why I always have lots of molds when I'm doing resin, so that if I have extra, I can just keep going and not waste it. Stephanie said that she made a chunky blanket by hand.
Oh, how fun. I've never done that.
I've seen that. There's a lady, she's someone that I follow in, I don't think she's in Canada, but she's up there somewhere. And she does a lot of tutorials of doing those by hand. I've always wanted to try it, and I have what I need. I can do it. But she's a furniture painter. I'm trying to think of the name of her business. I leave this in the stick, and then it hardens up, and then it's easy for me to remove that extra resin. So I'm just gonna wait now. She says her resin hardens too fast. What am I doing wrong? I use fast cast. Okay, yeah, I'm using this one, which is no longer available. In some places there, I think they discontinued it. I am going to be carrying. I was carrying this. I am going to be carrying a different resin, and I haven't tried it yet, but I have some of the clear resin that takes 24 hours to harden. I'm going to be using that for some jewelry here. I have it here at the store that I got from my friend. So now I'm going to be carrying it. I'm excited about that. So you stir too long. Yeah, you have to stir it just until it's clear, and then pour the biggest one first, then do all the smaller ones, because it sets up faster. If you do the small ones and then the big one, it takes a little bit longer. I don't know why, but it's science. I don't know. So, Debbie said, Lisa, did you say that you could order those moves through you? Molds? Yes. The molds, well, I say yes. I carry Iron Orchid Design molds and transfers and all of the things that Iron Orchid Design has. Some of these are discontinued. If they're not available, if the one that you're looking for is not available on my website, you could ask me and I could actually make you molds. Like just like this, and this is what it looks like finished. So they're white and they're really hard, but you can like see this still has a little bit of flexibility. You could actually heat this up and you could still mold it. I love these bobble molds. I've actually used them on furniture. I've never used them for Christmas. um, I just bought 2 of those fast cast on Amazon. Yeah, they're hard to find because they're discontinuing. Ranger's doing away with them. Hey, Designs by Dina Ray. I'm so excited you're doing this. I just picked the fast cast resin last week. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard. Even Hobby Lobby discontinued carrying them and they're not carrying it. So I'm gonna create more molds just to make sure everybody knows, but I'm waiting. Or maybe I could do some baubles here on the side. I'm waiting for these to cure. All right, let me see if I can nicely move this one to the side and I'll create some of these because I love that one. So there's an A and B. Usually you have a little cup that it comes with. So you have 3 of these. And look how crusty and stuff. You have 3. You pour the A in one, the B in one, and then you pour both in here. That only works if you're using like a small portion. So if you're filling it all the way up, you're going to need something else to put it in, but it has to be 50-50. So I've picked these up on Amazon. They're silicone cups for resin. You can look that up. And it has the measurements on here. So what I usually do is I just figure out how much resin I want. And so if I'm going to go to this line with A, I'm going to go to this line with B. And I'm just going to put it all together. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let me see. I have my little stick in here because see, this is setting up. I'm going to wait for this to set up. And then this way I can pull that out because it gets really tacky. I found mine at Michael's in Paducah. Okay. Mary, what kind of paint are you using? Deb wants to know.
Well, my typically on my base coats, I like to use Sherwin-Williams paints. But then as far as like my detail work, I use any acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, Walmart, and so I'm not really particular about what um, paint I'm choosing, but I do like Sherwin-Williams when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing my signs. It just gives a nice, it it just lays really nice, I think, for me, and so.
Okay. All right. See how it was clear, but now see this one is half clear. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see. There we go. This way. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna move this and move this over. See how this one is white, but then it's still clear here. So this one's not ready, but these are ready. Um, yeah. So see. So all you do, you can let them sit there for a while. Now this one is really ready. This is really nice and white. This one I didn't fill it up all the way. So I'll add a touch of resin on there. This one, see, it's still a little bit clear on top. And when I touch it down here, it's hot. It's warm. So I know that it's still reacting. And this one is actually ready. So I'm going to pop this one out. Well, maybe it's not too ready. If it does that, it needs just a little bit more time to set. So I'm just gonna let that set there. Let me see this one. There we go. This one's ready. See, it just popped right out. So it's still a little tacky. Okay, wait. I always do this wrong. And now that I'm sharing, it's not my whole screen too. So bear with me. All right. Let me go like this. There we go. So there's one. It usually takes 10 minutes, but like I said, sometimes I have had them set within minutes. Debbie wants to know, or Deb wants to know, so what would be the smallest amount of base color that I could use, that I could order from Sherwin-Williams?
What I do is I purchase sample bottles or like this. And so it is 30.7 fluid ounces, but it is their sample paint, and it's probably about $9 for that size. So you get a lot of paint, but that's the smallest that I am aware of. But they may have 2-ounce containers. I don't think so, but that's possible.
What I like about resin too, see how when it first comes out, it is so flexible. So if I wanted to put this on something that's curved, I could take it and I could glue it right down and it's going to conform to that shape. So if it's hard, if you put a little bit of heat, you can get it to move a little bit. Let's see if this is ready now. This one's acting up. Funky. And sometimes that happens. I guess I'll let that sit there and see. If there's anything on there, like I use these for clay, so if there's any cornstarch, sometimes that will mess with it. So, look at this little cameo. Now, of course, you could use these to make jewelry. What kind of crap? You can make these, let me see. Can you see the detail on it? You can make jewelry out of these. You can use clear resin. All right, this one's not set yet, but I think this one is. This one popped right out. Okay, so this is a good example. I'm going to put this to the side. See this? I overfilled it. So all I'm going to do is cut it. This is not a cutting mat, but I'm just going to, while it's still soft, it's easy. You can just take it and cut it right off. If it's hard, you can still do it. You can get a blade, and when it's hard like this, but it's just super easy. Now I just realized I had meant to put a string in there, so I may have to redo that. Do that one. I have different little things. I stopped at the Dollar Tree because I don't have all of my stash here. Not the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, and I got this metallic stretch cord like to use as a hanger. So I forgot to put that on that frame because I definitely did want that on there. But I will make another one once this one is set. The cool thing too about these molds, some of them you can actually put back to back. So like if I create, like let's say, which one was this one? This one, right? Let me see. See how I'll demonstrate it. I have this mold, I can fill it and then I can put this on top and then it will become a 3D mold. And at that point, I could put the little elastic so that it's a hanger. So I'll do that here in a second. Oh my God, OMG, Mary, I've learned so much about resin casting today from you this morning. And then Amanda, hey, how are you ladies? this morning, Amanda from Simply Flamazing. She's one of the ones that are part of the workshop that we are doing. She's the one that is actually brought it together and hosted it, brought us all together. So I'm so excited about that she did that because this is so much fun. I love collaborating. Can you show up close where you're at with your ornament, or are you not wanting to show that yet? Aww, that's so
So
cool.
I had to make some adjustments. I was a little unsure how I was going to do the wings, but if you noticed earlier, I grabbed my baby wipe and I said, nope, that's not going the way I want it. So we are going to start over.
Listen, I understand. I need a cutting mat. So I'm gonna cut this piece out so that it can hang by itself. This is that extra part. I really need a mat here. Guys, we're just playing. So I thank you for coming on and watching and talking to us because it helps so much. It makes it so nice.
Definitely does. Instead of, because as makers, we typically are home alone and doing our own little thing. And it's very nice to be able to share and visit with people.
Yeah. So Mary, do you do lives on your business page?
I do occasionally. I'm not very good about going live because, I feel I have to look pretty good instead of just like, okay, I'm just rolling out of bed and got my hair up and, you know. So when I go live, I try to look a little more like I'm put together.
Aw.
Not that I'm ever really put together. So
I know what you're saying though. Like I used to go live a lot, and then when I was working from home, I hated to put makeup on, but
right.
I have gone live without makeup. Like I'm okay with that. I don't have to have makeup. I love makeup. See how I cut it out, and now you can actually hang it because it has a little hole. It's like a little stopwatch. It's so cool. Hey, good morning, Sandy. She's watching on YouTube. We are just playing. Mary is my guest here, and she's painting an angel with different kinds of paints, and she does a lot of handmade signs in Iowa. And I'm here in Kentucky, and I'm just having fun. So I didn't fill this one up as much as I thought I did. And so I think it's ready. Yeah. So I'm just popping it out. It's hard with half of a screen here, but look at that. And it's still, even though I didn't fill that all in, but look, that looks actually really cool. Um, and see, again, when they first come out, they're very flexible, but they harden up nice. So let me see, is this one? I could. See, this is one of the ones that you could take it and fill it, and then you could do a double sided design. I love that. I love that they do that. I don't think that I want to do this one as that big, but look, it has some little things. And see, once you paint it, all of these details are going to come out like these little angel cherubs right there. There's so much detail and roses, and it's just really, really vintage, beautiful design. Paige, good morning. Thank you for hopping on. All right. So if you want them to stay flat, just put them on a flat surface to cool off. I'm going to make, okay, this one's ready, I think. And I want to show you, because see, this one is definitely, I overfilled it. So see, you just pops right out. All right. And so I wanted this. I actually took this out of the wrapper. I had never used it before. Um, this was an older one from, I think, from last year. but I actually have never used it. So I'm just gonna cut off the excess. You see, it's so easy to do that. Paige on YouTube says, I need the frames mold. I only have the other IOD molds and several from Amazon. I have them available on my website. I think I do. I don't think I'm out of stock. I should have checked before I went live. But if I am out, I'm about to place an order. I just been so busy, and every day I'm like, oh, I forgot to place an order because I need more clay, which I want to. I may get some. I have some right here. I may get some out because I thought it would be really cool to combine the resin and the clay together on the frames mold. I was thinking. I don't want to ruin my mat. I just cut it a little bit too close. And what's great is that these resin molds, you can, oops, I'm gonna cut myself. You can paint them very easily. So for those that just hopped on, we have a wonderful course, 12 different artists, handmade ornaments, and the link is on there. I'm pretty sure I put it on there. Amanda, if you're still on, you can probably pop it in there again. It's creative coursecollab.com, and you can get it now while it's at the introductory price. The great thing is that the course is going to be available for a full year. So you can be making some of them this year, some of them next year, or just take your time and play with them. Maybe take different um, lessons from different people and make your own unique ornament. So, I mean, IOD has so many different. I just was looking at these. These make really nice ornaments. Or if you just want to take these and put them on your window and have them dangling like a banner, that would be really nice too. All right. I want to make more molds very quickly. You didn't have all. I don't know why the comments are doing that. Like you don't see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm glad. Yeah, thank you, Amanda, for adding that link. Okay, so what did I want to do? I wanted to do another. Oh, I'm going to do the bauble. I'm going to show you for sure. I'm going to do a bauble, and I'm going to do the two-sided. I'm going to cut my thing so that I have it ready. I wonder, let me look at my deer. Where's my deer? Oh, it's in here. I wonder, can I? I could. It's kind of got a little bit flimsy. So the deer, you could do it where you could have a 3D effect. That is so cool. All right, I want to make a small frame. I think I want to make this one and put one of these cameos in there and see how it would add some really cool dimension, especially when you're using glazes. So much fun. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, see how easy it makes of cleaning this up if you let it dry and you keep your stick in there. You can do it without the stick, but it actually makes it super easy if you just leave that stick in there and just pop it right out. Okay, let's create some more. It's just hard for me to see the lines. Okay, let me see. All right, see if that's enough for me to create. Well, actually, let me do a little bit more because I just realized I want to do that frame. I think I'm to the line. The thing with resin, you really have to have it 50-50, so it might not turn out. I'm trying to see that line. I think I'm to the line. I hope I'm to the line. Let me see. A little bit more. All right, hopefully I'm there. I hope so. I hope I did it right. So see, you stir it, it's cloudy. And when you have a little bit, it actually sets up faster. See how it's clear now? As soon as it's clear, go ahead, do your biggest mold. And the resin really just does pick up all of the details. Just fill it up. And this is the one I want to do. And see this silicone cup will create a beautiful, let me see if I have enough for this one. It would create a really nice flow for it to come out. And then you can hit all of the crevices. And then you could also like, hit this a little bit if it's not getting the insides. I have a little bit of mold left, so I'm going to go ahead, resin. I'm going to make another mold here. And then I wanted to fill this one up. And I'm going to do that. I have a drop. I don't know if I can get anything. Oh, that'd be pretty. Just the inside of that. That's perfect. So I can utilize that for something. That's just the inside of the mold. So see, you don't have to do the entire thing. Okay, so they're talking about a decoupage class. Amanda, when did that introductory price end? It doesn't end yet. It's still at $37. Do you have extra bobble or jingle? I don't, but I can make you molds if you want some. Just let me know, send me a message, and if you want some molds, I can make them. Those are hard to find. I don't know anyone that has any. Stephanie said, I've been trying to do the little detailed snowflakes from a mold. It's been challenging, but to break off the dainty parts of them. That's why I like to use resin to not break off. I like to use the resin because when you do clay on those really dainty molds, sometimes it's hard to have it come out. I did a video and I showed, or maybe I didn't post the video yet. I think I did post the video. It's the cedar chest that I did, and I used the new Juliet mold, which is really dainty. I put it in the freezer and then I demolded it. And then you just let it set there for a few minutes and then it warms up and then you can glue it and adhere it to your piece. Okay, so it ends on the 22nd, Amanda said. Your snowflakes are a lot smaller. Oh, that's awesome that you found a Jingle and Blitz. They're hard to find. Okay, okay, this is ready. See, it pops right out. Look at that. And they're so thick. Can you see all the detail of that little acorn? And then here's the holly. So you could glue this on top of something, like let's say, and you can layer them. Like I wouldn't do that, but you could. Look at how cool that would be with the deer. You could glue them together. So there's so much that you can do with the molds. Now, even with the clay, you can make clay ornaments. The only reason I don't, and I am going to do one, I may do like one of these, is because they're fragile. So if they fall, they'll break. Mary is quiet this morning, Amanda said.
Yes, I am concentrating. When you're paintings, I concentrate. It's a wonder I have my tongue still in my mouth because sometimes I stick it.
It is hard when you're not used to doing lives to do more than one thing at a time. I'm going to move this carefully over here. So what I did was, oh, you know what? I messed up. Wait, hold on. Before I totally mess up, because I did. See, this is the other thing that happens when you're doing lives, but I might be able to salvage it. I don't know, because I should have. I should have done this already. I should have put it, that's already hardened, so I might be able to get it to smush. Let's see. Let's see if we can salvage it. And if we can, it's okay. We can just make another one. But you want, if you're gonna do the 3D effect, I should have put it on here a lot sooner when it was still, you know, wet. But there's still enough. I see it like moving around, so I'm just gonna hold this down. Normally you don't have to. You just set it on top. But because I'm squishing that resin and making it like go everywhere, I'm gonna hold it down. It's kind of squishing out on the outside. And when it hardens, that's okay because we can cut it. You saw that. And then you want to attach whatever. I have sari silk that you could use, any kind of ribbon. I have some chiffon. Dina Ray from Designs by Dina, she was talking about how she loves to use this stuff. So I went ahead and I got me some. And then I was like, oh, I'm glad I had it here at the store because you could use this to hang your ribbon. That's what's so great about watching so many people. So you get different ideas, and that's what's good about the workshop because you'll have, I mean, there's fabric ornaments, there's wood ornaments, there's painted, um, there's all kinds. Paige said,
Here's
Lisa, can you
the
do double
ornament that
molds
I'll
for
be
me?
making.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome.
Let's see. We're going to add a little glitter to her wings. So
Yes, Dina. I know I'm gonna love the chiffon. I always use like all different kinds, but I really like this, and it's kind of like gauzy and so like feminine, like you said. I love that stuff. That's why I like the sari silk. But I am gonna put that on one of my journals. But I think I'm gonna use it on a lot of things. I have some pink and a taupey color also. I'm gonna hold this down like this because it's trying to come up. So I could have glued them together. Someone said type bond. Yes, I could have glued them together. Um, what I like about this is that it's totally cured and adhered together, and it is not coming apart. Paige said, "Beautiful. Do you have a channel, Mary?" Um, you said you don't have a YouTube that's active, but she has a Facebook page.
right. I am working on opening up a YouTube channel, so that's coming in the future here.
Yay! Now Dina said, now I just need your ornament mold. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of the only one. I think I have one Christmas tree mold from this year left. I'd have to check in the store. I'm not sure. Um, my friend Brendan is in the house. Hey, good morning. The angel looks like an iced cookie. Yum, Stephanie said. And then Paige said, it's my sad Friday because my son goes to his dad's all weekend after school. That's why you have to have crafting because it takes your mind off of it. And I know what that's like. I totally know what that's like. Um, it is very hard. I had to send mine off for weeks to another state, and oh, it's terrible. So look at, can you see the detail? Oh, there we go. Look at that. I mean, but these also, so with resin too, you can drill a hole and then you can, so after the fact, if you forget, what you're doing, you can drill a hole and then you can add a little piece of chiffon or sari silk or any kind of ribbon or anything and then hang it. So don't ever worry about that. And it's so easy and they're so versatile to use. And this one should be ready. It's still hot. Oh, it's really hot. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Can't wait to use my Christmas tree mold. Haven't even used my pumpkin mold yet. I haven't either, Paige. I have it here. They're right in front of me. I I I have everything from this year, and it's sitting right in front of me. I have not opened it at all. I have all of the things from last year, the years before, like the transfers, and I'm actually going to put them together in kits because I don't really use that kind of stuff for myself, and I saved it for myself to use. And after a couple of years, I'm like, I am not using it. So be on the lookout on my website, lisaboondesigns.com. I'm going to be creating some kits. I'm just waiting on some tags and some wood to come in, and then I'm going to put them up on the website, just random sheets of transfers, and maybe I think there's an inlay too that I'll be putting on there. Paige said it sucks and he hates going. I've been there. That's the sad part. I had to go to my dad's in Florida during the summer. Ugh. Where do you live, Paige? You had to go to all the way to a different state too. Yeah, my kids had a hard time. I don't know if it's ready. It's hard to tell because, you can't see it. Now look at this, y'all. Look at that. So now it's perfectly rounded up. So all we have to do is just take a little bit of this excess. So I got it just in time where I was able to smush it in there. So you see that it works, and see how it will hang. Well, you can't see it like that, but and see it's totally perfect. So it's still hardening up. I'm just gonna let it harden up. This is really extra. There we go. So now I've got a finer, and there we go. But it's perfect, and it's totally sealed versus the gluing, and because it's still really moldable and flexible. So it's all one. Texas to Florida. Whew, that's hard. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this one. This is still setting. Let me see, is this one done? We need to start getting painted. And that's okay if, this is the first of a few different lives. If we don't get to everything, and if Mary doesn't finish, that's okay. We can hop back on another day, and we can finish them and show you what they look like. I have a whole bunch that I've done in the past. I should have brought them.
I'm just finishing up. I'm just going to put a little hanger on her, and
Aw,
my project will be done. So
okay.
here, let's see. I'm going to fix her little halo, but here she is so far.
Aw, sweet. Sweet. So I had thought about putting this little critter on this frame and putting him on here. But before I do that, I would want to put something on the background to let him pop a little bit. And then, with all the painting and dark and decrepit, which is like a glaze, it will make everything pop and look really, really cool. And then for this one, I would have to drill a hole in the top and then put a hanger on it. Paige said, "I know I craft from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. If I'm not making, I'm watching Makers." That's awesome. Deb said, "Angel, very pretty."
Thank
And
you.
Paige said, I have a collapsed spine and 90-degree curve, so I'm leaned over at the waist severely like Hunchback of Notre Dame. So crafting pulled me out of a deep, dark place. Oh my gosh, that's so great that you found something that you can do and that brings you so much joy, and really is a blessing to your life. Amanda said, "Looks like Mary's almost finished. She's been working hard." Yeah, she's been working hard. And Paige said, "I look like an upside down L when standing. So when I found crafting a year ago, it really pulled me out of a deep depression." Oh, I'm so glad that you found it, Paige, because we call it craft therapy, and we laugh about it, but it really is. Especially, I don't know if you do ATC cards. We talk about the ATC cards and just mixed media all the time because there's something so amazing about ripping paper and gluing it and collaging. Like there's just something about it. Like when I'm stressed out and I start doing that, it just like I can breathe and feel calm. Deb said, Mary, where did you find your wooden ornaments that you're painting?
These I had picked up last year at Dollar Tree, but I have some new ones this year that I found through Amazon. And let me show you the shape here, just a second. Here is the shape that I found on Amazon. And it is a little smaller than what I found at Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm. It's nice though having the different sizes, don't you think?
It is, yes. But here's my completed ornament.
Yay! That's beautiful.
She just listens and wearing a pretty blue gown. So my tree this year is going to be all angelic with all my little angels.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I think I'm going to put. Do I want a big one? This one is. I would have to heat it up. Trying to see which one I want to put on here. Um, I know I missed a couple comments. Let me see. Go back. Have you tried a manual hand drill? It works great on resin and clay. No. Send me a link. Let me see what that looks like. I would love to try that. I always need gadgets. I always need something. Wow, Paige, I have scoliosis. I feel like we have a lot in common. Take care. See, this is what coming together in a community is all about. Like people meeting each other and connecting. I love that. I saw a video where you did ATC cards yesterday. Never heard of it before that. Okay. We have I with Amanda and I that's on here. She's actually on Facebook. Um, there's two other girls, and we have a subscription group. Oh, what's that, Mary?
These are the photographs of the ornaments that are available on our Creative Course Collab.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a wide variety of hand painted ornaments,
Yes.
fabric ornaments, wood ornaments, and some embellished ornaments by Lisa. So a wide variety of styles for you to choose from, and or to make all of them, which would be just beautiful.
Yes. It's really exciting how diverse they all were. And honestly, we kept saying like we could all have the same exact tools and do totally different ornaments. So I mean, you can learn from so many different um, types of creative ornaments on in this workshop. It's really awesome. So we have an ATC subscription group where you can be part of a really nice community where let me see. Let me do this for a second. Right. What my fingers my iPad is not I have there we go. I have a resin or whatever on my fingers. So we have an ATC subscription group where monthly you receive a mystery box and you become a part of our community. It's a community on Facebook. So if you have Facebook, you know we can put you in that group. And there's so much inspiration. It is so amazing. I am inspired by these ladies. It's so awesome. The ATC cards that I created yesterday are right here. This one I got from Grace. We did that mystery box yesterday. She sent me that one. I absolutely love it. And then Amanda sent the October box. And these are some that I created from her box. So I actually send a lot of my cards out. I did this one yesterday. I did this one yesterday. I send my cards out to people. We actually swap inside of the group. So here's one that I did. Sorry, there's a glare because I put them in these little bags. This one was for my October box. This is my favorite. It's for my October box. Amanda actually made these stickers and sent them in the Happy Mail. Oh my gosh, I love them. I did this one from yesterday's box. This was so much fun. So I gift them for in customer orders, and then of course in the group we swap once a month. So it has become such a great thing. Plus we do workshops. I'm doing a workshop in the private group on Tuesday. And then we do lives in there. We pour into the group. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know. I actually, and my link tree is all of the. So on YouTube, the link on my page is my link tree, and that has the workshop for the ornaments. It has the ATC cards. It has all of my social media content, and then of course follow Mary on Facebook. It's Wild Hog Designs.
Hog Wild
Ha
Designs.
ha. What did I say?
HAWG.
Wild Hog. Hog Wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I
Hog
said it
Wild.
backwards. Hog Wild. Hog Wild Designs. All right. This I normally use Type on Quick and Think, but I didn't have it, so I used my Fab Tack. So it sets really good. I'm just having to hold it. What do you do with the cards? Paige said you gift them, you trade them, you can keep them for yourselves. If you do junk journaling, you can use it as a journal spot, or a little pocket, or you can do whatever, but we gift them and we trade them. I keep some of them for myself, the ones that I'm like, oh, I really love that one. But then you can get, like, those baseball card sleeves. Um, I'm talking about the pocket protectors, the sheet protectors. You can put them in there and collect them. So all the ones that I've gotten from somebody, I have them in my drawer. I'm about to do a cigar box, and I'm going to keep them in there. I was trying to make a tag holder, a ATC holder, but I haven't finished it yet. Hog Wild Designs is a Facebook page. We do have a creative sanctuary Facebook group that's public that you could join. And we talk a lot about just different crafting things. People share all kinds of stuff. We share our ATC stuff in there too. So you're welcome to join that. You just have to follow the rules, put your email address on there. We just want to make sure it's a real person. It's not a scam. So it's Shell Bell Creations Sanctuary is the Facebook group. Love the one you gave me yesterday. Oh, thank you, Diana. Diana lives here locally, and she told me that she's never done ATCs and she wanted to start. So she actually picked up some of my washi tape. I have washi tape that I've designed. I have 9 designs, and she was so beautiful to come to the store and pick. I thought she was just picking up a couple, but I showed her all of them, and she picked up all of them. And I gave her one of my ATC cards because I keep some in the car. So if I have a quick order, and I don't have, I can slide a card in there because sometimes I'm doing things on the fly. Thank you for joining on YouTube. That's awesome. Please subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. That helps me out so much. What about going to the hospital and handing them out? Of course. They're little gifts. It's mixed media art that you can hand out. Absolutely. On the backs of the cards, you could write a little prayer, a little something. We always put our name and information and when we made it. And if it's a series, like 1 of 4, 1 of 12, I like to do a lot on master boards sometimes and make a big series. And so you put your information on there, but you could have like a scripture or prayer. You could still put your name on there. That would be an awesome thing to do. I love that idea. All right. But do you see how much texture and how many layers are in it when you combine these? And, you know, you could do this one. This could be your top or this could be your top. And once we get this, once I paint it, I just have to keep holding this. The fab tack has not set. Once I paint it, then all of the details come out, especially when I add another color or a wash or dark and decrepit, because there's so much detail in these molds, like from the framing to the details up here, and then add some gold gilding wax on top and all of the dimension in here. It's really beautiful. Are you making another one?
I am.
That's awesome.
Wasn't sure what, when we're done. So
Yeah, just keep going. Well, I do have I am at my store and I do have to open.
okay.
So hold on, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna keep working on these too. And Mary, if you want to join me on another live, we can keep working on different types, or I can paint these. We can do it next week if you want to. Just let me know.
Sure. I can definitely do that. So I will come up with a new project for next week.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So we'll do the same thing. We'll broadcast this on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me see. Lisa, I commented with my email address and it got deleted. How do I reach you? You Here's my email address. Or you can go on Facebook. It's Lisa Boone Designs, but my email address is my name, Lisa, LeesaBoone Designs @gmail.com. Show your ornaments before you go off. So show your ornaments one more time, Miss Amanda said. She's watching us on YouTube as well.
So this is what I've made today, and this is the angel that will be available on our creative
workshop
collab. On our workshop, yes.
Let me grab my ornaments from the workshop. I meant to have the pictures. I was going to post them, but I didn't do that. Oh. Okay. Trying not to fall here. All right, so this is all I did was the molds. I just created a whole bunch of molds. So, okay, here's this one that I've been working on. It's 2 different molds together. And then, of course, all of the frames. This one is it's going to be super cute because, wait, there we go. And see, it's 2 different molds that were put together, so it makes one 3D, which is so cool. And then I've got a whole bunch of others. But this is what I did for the workshop. So I like to do them in a bowl. And so there's all different kinds, and I teach how I created all of this texture and all of these layers using a few different products. It's backwards. I've got different ones. I've used, some really cool techniques on here. And then like these, I thought would be great to put on a gift. So you can do these resin molds. You can attach them with your bow and wrapping. I like to do that and make it really pretty. So you give a gift with the gift.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then those angels, that would be really pretty on a gift wrapped as well.
Yes. I'm actually going to be making a stand so that you can set it on a tabletop. So
how pretty.
Yeah,
that would look so nice. Yeah, that one definitely has to be displayed. I think the wood one would be really awesome with a bow, for it to dangle in the center of a beautifully wrapped gift. That would be really
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Yes, it would.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging on and watching. And if you sprinkled, I appreciate that in advance. If you subscribed on YouTube, thank you so much. Be sure to go, if you're on Facebook, and follow Mary Hog
Please.
Hog Wild Designs. Make sure,
Hawg.
yeah, Hog.
Spelt a little different.
Yeah. No, yeah, Hog. Yeah. Hawg, because she's a Harley girl and she lives in
Oh.
Iowa with hog buildings. So she did a play on words there with her business. If she talks about that at the beginning, if you missed it. So thank you guys so much. Paige said, Mary, yours was beautiful.
Thank
And
you so much.
Amanda put the creativecollab.com/ornaments link on Facebook. Did you do that on YouTube, Amanda? Because I know you're watching from both. If you could add the link, I have it here. It's creativecoursecollab.com. So anyway, thank you guys so much.